John White, a man who killed 2 women and left a third for dead, committed suicide by hanging himself this morning. We spoke with Teresa Morris, his only known surviving victim.
I wanted him to stick around. I wanted him to suffer a little bit. I wanted him to think about it every day while he was in there.
Teresa Morris is White's first known victim. He stabbed her 15 times in 1980 in Battle Creek when she was 17 years old. He spent 2 years in prison.
Oh, what he did to me was nothing what he's done compared to the others. And I'm here. I'm able to enjoy my grandchild, my family. I was lucky. I was very, very lucky.
14 years after he stabbed her, White was convicted of killing a woman in Kalamazoo County, a crime that got him 14 years in prison. Then last fall, White killed 25-year-old Rebecca Gay in her home in Mount Pleasant, where he was a church pastor. White hit Gay with a rubber mallet and strangled her with a zip tie. He was serving time in an Ionia prison for Gay's murder when he killed himself in his cell.
You know, some sick part of me inside is doing a yippee dance. That's a very small, sick part of me. That's the part that keeps me human. I don't know what he was thinking. I hope he was scared.
Morris also told us she feels bad for his family. We tried to speak with his son, but didn't get an answer at his door. Live in studio control, I'm Sarah Kolker. In an area that is used to seeing these little guys, it was the talk of Wallenwood Springs today when something much larger was spotted on fairways at Wallenwood Springs Golf Club.
I've seen a fox, a few deers, plenty of, stray cats, but not a bear.
Black bears in West Michigan are not unheard of. We've been tracking them for years. In 2011, a black bear was seen along the East Beltline near Cornerstone University. And last year, you might recall this guy roaming the streets of Greenville and making his way down to the Lowell area. And earlier this year, a black bear was spotted in Muskegon, and now today, one in Jenison, which has some who live in the area slightly worried.
We have a lot of walkers here. So it's a kind of a concern, because bears run fast.
Fast enough to have Dosa thinking twice before he goes outside again.
We're gonna wait for him to, finish his golf game and just get out of here.
The DNR tells us that it's becoming more and more common to see black bears down farther south in Michigan. They also say that they're usually just looking for food. If you see a bear, don't panic. It's unlikely that they'll attack humans, but if you do see it, officials still say that you should avoid it. Live in studio, Sarah Kolker. Police have just confirmed that one man in his 50s from Kent County has been killed in this crash. They're also telling us that US 31 near James Street will be closed for at least another half hour while they investigate. We spoke to the first person on the scene.
He just pulled out, and then as soon as he got what it seemed to be lined up with the semi-truck, he kind of started touching his brakes, and then, he got T-boned and ended up in the ditch.
That's when Dalen Gonzalez rushed over to help.
I ran around to the other side of the car, jumped on top where the sunroof was, unlocked the passenger door, opened the passenger door, checked his pulse, nothing was going, so I tried pulling him out, and he was pinned between the wheel and the door.
We spoke with an officer who said that the crash happened just after 9 o'clock, so it's been about 2 hours, and the scene is still very active here. Police are working to figure out why that man went straight through the red light. Just a reminder that US 31 will remain closed here near James Street until they wrap up their investigation. Once we get more information, we'll bring it to you. Live in Holland, Sarah Kolker.